And this man couldn't wait to join us. It's head coach Denis. Denis, congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
Hey, you must be delighted.
I think it's been a culmination of a couple of weeks. I think there was a lot of emotion out there tonight, and I think we got some bodies back on the field. This is not just about tonight. There's work that Eamon's put in before this. He's a big part of what we've done tonight as well. All the work that he's done throughout the year. We just needed to get the right people on the field, and we've been working to do that. And I think you saw tonight, we got some big middles, and we got some people that were rolling the ball, and we got a little bit of emotion into the side, and we played well.
You mentioned emotion, a special nod, of course, to Josh Woods, who had a great performance anyway. But given the tragedy of this week, unbelievable, really.
I can't really comment on it. I have no comprehension of how he's done it or what he feels like to lose somebody as close to him as he has. But he wanted to get back to what normality was, that he's a rugby player, and he wanted to play something that gave him a focus and centred him, and again, he's a good player.
Denis, is that as good as you've played all year?
Well, easy, yes, without a doubt. We played pretty well at London early on in the year, and we got a really good win against the London side for the first time on the road. To beat Bradford here for the first time we played in the Championship is an outstanding effort. And never mind the scoreline, I think the second half showed that we were a bit smarter. We kept hold of the ball. They didn't score any points in the second half, and I think that's the most pleasing thing from my point.
What did you say to the three boys you brought off with the triple change? Clark, Ty and young Tom Forber?
I just said, do you know what the standards are at? I mean, we need to go again. We can't sort of sit back and look at the scoreboard and think this is just a walk in the park. We're trying to set our own standards. We're new at this, and we're a new group. But like I say, we're in a tough game when you make changes, and you need the standards there. But you can't practice that. You have to replicate it in games, and that's what they had to go out and try and do.
With that team, can you start thinking about playoffs?
No, if we can keep the team on the field, Ollie Roberts is going to get better. Akuma Tai is going to get better. We've got Ted Chappell out to come in and fight with his brother. Like, that's a competition and a half, that, watching the Chappell House fight. But it's just getting the right bodies on the field. It's what we've suffered through all year, and I think, like I say, this is not just about the group that was out there tonight. We've worked really hard for this all year. The people that are not involved at the moment, even like the lads that came in alone, and especially Eamon, is a big part of what we did tonight.
Denis, having witnessed that performance then, what are your hopes for the remainder of the season?
To do as well as we can.
Yes,
Thank
I like
you.
that. I like that
it's
positive
not well,
attitude.
everybody, we want to win the competition, we want to get to a grand final, we want to get promoted. Those are obvious, ambitious goals and things to drive for. We just want to get better every week. If I can keep the same same team on the field week in, week out, then we've got a good competitive chance. We've got a good run of games now where we can pick up some wins.
What was your team talk ahead of this one? Because it clearly motivated them.
We didn't really have to say much. We practiced really well. And I think like the emotion in the team, how we performed last week had a big effect on this as well. We knew we were a better side than what we went to Featherstone and did and dished up. So we've talked about the little things that we didn't do in that game, making sure we did in this game. And that's all we did. They were relevant in our kick chase, they were relevant in our contact, they were relevant around the ruck area that wasn't there last week.
Was your plan to play a little bit more expansive tonight? Because the way that you threw the ball about the try scorers, a lot of them out wide. Did you plan on doing that?
What we talked about, yeah, we had to earn the right. I think our middles earned that right. I think, like you say, that starting group put their foot down and got us some good field position. And then it's a nice big pitch, and I've got Sam Halsall on one side, and I've got Amala Hanley on the other, and I've got Gideon Buffon, and I've got JJ, and Mull can really pick up. So I've got plenty of pace on the edges, so to get them involved, like I say, it's hard not to want to get the ball to our centres at this moment in time, because they're both pretty destructive.
Well, Denis, we'll let you go and celebrate with the boys. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Huge congratulations once again.
Cheers.